Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. This is the first Samurai on the Super Nintendo. I originally had this game way back in the day on the Commodore Amiga and I really enjoyed it then, though I do remember at the time it being phenomenally difficult, and with this version it's pretty much the same. Now it appears to be a faithful recreation of the Amiga version. Now I can't say for sure that's the case because I can't remember playing the Amiga version, but there are elements to the game that are familiar to me that seem the same. But like I say, I can't say for certain that's the case with all of it. But it is a very good game. I didn't actually know this had come out on the Super Nintendo. I knew that the second Samurai had come out on the Sega Mega Drive. I'd seen that, but I didn't actually know the first Samurai had ever made it onto a console. I thought it was just an Amiga game and that was pretty much it. So I found this just really browsing through on eBay a few months ago, and I saw it and I thought, right, I'll have some of that. And I got it, and yeah, I can't honestly say I've been disappointed. I think it's a really good game. It is tough, just as I remember it, but like I say, I can't as honestly say that I remember too much of how similar it is to the Amiga version. The gameplay basically, as you can see, is like an action platformer. Now you have your life bar on the left, which is represented by your arm with a fist on the end of it. I'm not too sure quite what the hell that's all about, but that's your life gauge anyway. And as that depletes, so does the force bar on the right as you take hits. When that force bar gets depleted, you lose your sword, and you then have to punch and kick the living crap out of everything to get the force power back. When you get the force power back, you get your sword back. So you're not quite getting 2 bars of energy per life, but you're sort of getting 2 chances, sort of one with the sword and one without it. The real pain in the arse comes from the fact that the baddies respawn. The creatures, the flying bastards and other sort of things that are just there to annoy you, they all respawn in the game, and that makes life a pain. As you can see there, you can get food, which replenishes your life, and essentially to get through the level you've got to find a predetermined number of those flashy things. Now if you look on the bottom bar, you'll see something that's flashing white and red, with a 3 next to it. You have to pick up so many of them in order to get through the level. You'll also find bits as well that seem impassable, and you can pick up these little bells, and if you use the bells, it then does a bit of magic, like you saw that green magic there, which affects the environment and makes an area which seems impassable passable. So there is a little bit of a puzzle element to the game as well. But mostly it's about kicking the living crap out of everything, and dying, which I do quite frequently playing the game. Like I say, it is very, very difficult, and the respawning bad guys definitely do annoy. That seemed to be very much par for the course back in the early days of video gaming, that bad guys would continuously respawn. I guess it was an artificial way of creating a higher level of difficulty, therefore making the game last longer. At the end of each level you'll get boss battles like this. There you go, there you see, like, my sword disappeared, I run out of life, and then I run out of sword, and then my life goes back up again. But you really are sort of at a disadvantage because you've only got kick and punch abilities, plus any weapons that you pick up along the way. You can get some weapons that you can throw, but quite often they're not particularly useful. It took me many attempts to beat this end of level Guardian, and when I actually did it, I don't think I was paying too much attention. I was just button bashing, But yeah, I mean, you sort of start out in what looks like mystical feudal Japan, and then the next level here is on some sort of futuristic train thing travelling through space and time. So it's kind of strange. It's not set in one environment. It's not just set in some feudal Japan. It's set, amongst lots of different places. So yeah, it's got plenty of variety in there too. It is bizarre though. I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't conform to any level of expectation. I must confess, I remember when I first played this on the Amiga, I just sort of expected it all to be in feudal Japan. And actually, thinking back now, I don't ever recall actually getting this far on the Amiga. I was absolutely dreadful at this game. I don't recall this level. Now, I'm probably wrong, and as I say, I said at the said before, I don't actually remember too much about the Amiga version, other than I did enjoy it, but I knew it was very, very difficult. So, I don't know if they changed anything. I'm sure there'll be those of you out there who know more about the series than I do. I mean, these aren't reviews, these are just basically gameplay videos with me chatting over them. I'm not doing anything in the way of reviewing these games. When I first put up this channel, I did sort of do so with the idea of doing games reviews, and I think it's probably reflected in the title of the channel somewhat. But as I said before, I kind of decided against it. To me, when you go to review something, you need to be able to cover various elements and aspects of the game, and I just, personally, to me, I don't see the point. I'm not really interested in doing that. There are probably many other videos, there's probably sites out there that have got reviews for this game up there. That's not really the purpose of what I do. These videos really are just there with me messing about playing the game and telling you really what I think of it. That's not a review as such, it's more of just an opinion. As I've said before, I think reviews there has to be technical appraisals in there as well, and I don't know enough about the technical aspects of a video game to be able to give a fair appraisal of it. I'm not familiar with how the engines of games work and all of that kind of stuff. And I play games, I don't build them. Once upon a time, I did have a desire and a brief notion, as it were, of playing. Of making video games, but. Yeah, I quickly abandoned that idea when I realised it was probably going to be more trouble than it was worth, and I'm going back in the 8-bit days anyway. I did code a text adventure in BASIC, and that was about as far as I went. So yeah, don't know where the hell I was going with the end of this video, but yeah, this is First Samurai on the Super Nintendo. It's a very good game and well worth checking out. Thank you for watching.